right, what's up, everyone? We're here at Overland Expo West, and we found Brent from Bowen Customs.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, so excited to show you guys. You got this new pull-out kitchen, you call it, right?
Yep.
And yeah, that's on this F350 right behind us here. So we're gonna show you that. Some of the other beds you got, the Lone Peak camper over here, and all sorts of stuff. But I'll let you lead the way, and
yeah, for sure.
Add some input along the way.
So let's start with this. This is our good buddy Shavas's rig. We just completed this last month to debut at Overland Expo SoCal. So some of you have already seen the rig, but we just finished the slide out kitchen this week, which is kind of the big reveal for this show. So real quick on the truck, we have a brand new F350 STX, the super cab that he trimmed out to all his spec. He's got the Carly suspension, 37s, and then he knew he was running the new Hawk Plus, which has a longer floor than a traditional Hawk does. So we kind of took that as an opportunity to do a bed dedicated to that camper on what was originally an 8-foot factory bed. Okay, so basically the long and short of it is dimensionally it allowed us to get a slightly larger garage than one of these trucks would normally have. We do bigger garages, but those are on chassis cabs. So on the 8-foot Ford, usually this is an 18-inch garage, but we were able to step up to a 28-inch garage. And that still left us enough bed space behind it to fit the Hawk Plus with that longer floor plan. So we're really careful in our designing to make sure that we're not pushing campers too far back on trucks, so we keep proper center of gravity and just weight distribution overall. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be key for sure for handling. You know, it all transfers to the road, to the trail. I love it. That's what I'm seeing that's so different. You know, this is not a long truck, so to have that garage, in this case the kitchen,
yeah,
that's really cool, man.
Yeah, and he was pretty strategic by doing the super cab and just being careful with our dimensions as well. He's roughly, I can't remember his exact dimensions overall, but he had a Power Wagon crew cab before with a rigged swing away, and his overall length is identical. So he got a longer camper, longer truck wheelbase with the same overall dimensions. Still fits in his garage, which is pretty cool.
Awesome. And probably looks like it fits in a parking space just fine.
It does.
Which is key. My truck does not. It needs about 1.5. Yeah, right? You live in that 84-inch cab axle life, right?
Yeah, it does not fit in one spot ever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so let's give you the reveal of the kitchen here. So this is our new prototype latch that we have. It's electronic locking on the key fob of the truck. And then
wow, just that is super cool.
Yeah.
Just got the key fob. Bleep, bleep.
Yep. Yeah. So we prototyped those on the Expedition Overland rigs for Africa, and then now he's our first test here, and then we're going to be rolling these out as an option here pretty quick.
That's super clean. Got the wiring in there, but other than that, like, same difference. That's awesome.
Yeah, that sort of stuff it doesn't really need to be seen, so we try and make it clean, out of the way, and functional.
There's that logo again. Love it. And you got the Dometic fridge up in there.
Yep. So this is stuff we've been experimenting with. We realized that a fridge this size could fit, you know, horizontally and vertically on top of our kitchen. And then you'll see here in a second, but you end up with a full exterior cooking experience. So you don't have to go in and out of the camper, which most of us are used to, you know, run inside, get your food out of the fridge, come outside and cook. So this is trying to solve that issue. And then we haven't finished installing this, but 14-gallon water tank here, so he'll have water.
That's like 2 inches or 3 inches
it's
wide.
Total, yeah, it comes back to here. So total of 4 inches is the thinnest tank that we make. We custom make it for our rigs.
Wow.
And then it'll have a port on both sides, so he can run water to the kitchen and the other side for whatever.
Yeah, fill the water there, and it's so far forward, so for center of gravity, like, water ends up weighing a lot, so that's cool.
Yeah, and then he's gonna end up he's doing a lot of lithium in this garage to power some additional stuff, so he'll put those in the saddle and on the floor behind the kitchen, so all that weight forward, low.
Dude,
so
rad.
Shall we look?
We haven't even got to pulling the kitchen out. Yeah, let's get that thing open.
All right, so first thing is we do a security latch on all of our drawers because you can't really trust slides and you don't want it blowing this door open. So security latch and then a double locking slide. So the first one is the cooktop and pantry. Okay, and then we have a secondary slide that is our prep table and sink. Then we come around here.
Take a moment to look at, that's 10 feet you said, right?
It's just shy of 10 feet.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we have a secondary cooktop that flips up, sink pops down, and then when we're finished with the water, you'll have a touch water supply there. So Huge. Tons of prep space.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of canopy style rigs where you're forced to cook outside, which is great when the weather's great. But then to have the camper and be able to have that option as well, and you have the best of both worlds here. Because everyone loves cooking outside, but if it's raining or it's windy or something, you could go inside. It's perfect weather. You got this. This is so cool, man.
Yeah. So just tried to make it as functional as possible. You know, with our garages, as opposed to like a canopy on a flatbed, our garage height is a lot lower because we sit on top of the frame rails of the truck. So even though this is still a little bit high, I'm not that tall of a person, but it's still manageable for cooking. And then you have all of your, pantry food utensils. Those are adjustable dividers, so you can set that up how you want.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Cooktop, induction cooktop stove.
Shavas wanted the same induction that he has in the camper, so he'll have a plug on the back to plug this in, just like the water. But we're going to offer this also with a setup for like a partner stove, or even just a Coleman, where you have it sitting there, you screw in your gas bottle, and you can start cooking. So we'll have a couple of different variants.
The custom options with Bowen Customs. That's awesome, dude. Wow, it looks so good in this like gloss white powder coat, and
super easy to clean.
This is awesome.
Functional.
I think it makes so much sense. Like, it's cool to see, mountain bikes and stuff going up front if that's your thing. But this is like a good hefty amount of weight, compared to some light mountain bikes and stuff like that. So to have it up front, that makes a lot of sense. And like you said, he's got the same cooktop in the camper. Options.
And he's running, he's trying to make everything electric, not as much gas. So again, he'll have a lithium pack in here that'll plug into this. So just make it nice, simple system. And then we've already been getting a couple of questions. One, yes, this will have a flip down leg at the end for a little more stability. We finished this on Wednesday and the leg that I had for it didn't fit. So we're gonna build one of those. Another thing too is for the customer that's gonna still run a super single spare or even like a 40, and then even wanting bike slides still, we're gonna offer basically the lower portion of this as an option as well. So instead of a 14-inch tall kitchen that takes up a lot of space, you'll have like a 4-inch tall just prep surface that you could do a sink or stove or both. So you could still have just this much, but it's only this tall and you still have bikes in there.
That's so cool. You can get a kitchen and bikes. From what I just said, you can have it all. You really can. Wow.
Yeah, we're trying to make this as functional as possible, because like I'm the first one guilty of like bringing all the things, right? When I got kids, I want to bring the bikes. I want my spare if I'm going somewhere far, but I want to do this stuff too. So we're just trying to make it super functional.
Yeah, I mean, completely full-time livable. I actually can't imagine living out of, like, just the camper alone is totally livable, and then you have all this. And that's one of the things, like, I love cooking inside a camper. Some people don't. I do like it. The worst part about it is you're camped out with all your buddies and you're like, yeah, give me a second, like, I'm making coffee, I'm making food, and you can't socialize, and you can't be a part of the experience. So man, I can't imagine having this thing like next to a river or a lake, or you're maybe like so close that like it's just like right there. Oh, dude. This is cool.
We're happy with it. I'm excited to experiment a little more. We're also, this kitchen has its own box inside here, so it's a contained unit that, in theory, it's 6 bolts. You could bolt it into your factory truck bed too and just slide it out the back. A lot of RVs and some of the bigger, expedition trucks have pass-through cargo underneath, so same thing. You could bolt this in and have it slide out the side. So a lot of opportunity here. Just building fun toys for camping.
The fridge still fits with even this up. I mean, you can put that down too, but everything works together. And you'll see, obviously this is the white powder coat. This is all that gray to like matches. Looks like it matches the truck just perfectly.
That was a powder coat match to the Ford Avalanche, and powder coat's difficult, but we got a really good match here on this one. So
I'm impressed on the match. Of course, that goes back to the boxes and that classic Bowen departure angle that we all know and love. So cool. And the 4-wheel camper Hawk flatbed on this one. Pop up Baja designs around. And man, it looks cool. You got some other cool rigs. This is Stu's, right?
This is Stu's truck, our customer service manager. A lot of you guys know him. He is building this out because he wants to do the Pan American here in the near future. So
no big deal.
No big deal. Awesome. But this has been a really fun project because he basically started this. He had a DIY camper before on another Tacoma, and then he started this after coming to work with us, and he's just slowly done all the work himself. He did a lot of the bed himself, sliders, skid plates. You know, we have a great relationship with Scout, and we realized that the Yoho was probably a perfect fit for this size of truck.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's just kind of building out the ultimate rig.
Yeah, this is awesome. Ooh, you got that marine decking here, and wow, really nice surface there for a table, cooked surface, whatever. And yeah, the gray. Wow, the gray of the truck, the gray of the Scout, and the gray of the Bowen bed. Jeez, you guys are so matchy. It's really good.
I got to give credit to Stu. So he really liked the color theme with the Scout, and then he got samples to match the powder, and then samples to match the vinyl on the cab as well. So that was kind of his brainchild. There he is, right there.
There he
Stu,
is.
say hi.
There he is, Stu. We're just talking you up, man. This thing is so color matched.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
That light gray, I just love.
Yeah,
and
with the black accents.
Like, I love the white on white look too, but I think a lot of people have done it before.
Yeah.
So having just a different color gray, and I was looking at black on black, and I do love black on black, but it just gets so hot.
Yeah.
Like so hot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love the way it turned out. I think it turned out really, really good.
Nice work, dude. It looks awesome.
Look at him working as always on his laptop.
Yeah, really?
At a show.
That's awesome. So, yeah, this is the pop-up, obviously, too. So
Yep. This is quite the weapon right there.
Yeah.
So,
and then on the other mid-size realm.
Yeah, so this is another one. You guys probably seen, we recently revealed our first Colorado and Canyon. So 5-foot beds from GMC and Chevy. So this is also really cool. I mean, the truck by itself was already quite the package with all the AEV stuff on it. And then we came in with our 5-foot topper bed, which you get a large single door here in the lower door. And then customer already had a lone peak. And if you come around the back here, I'll show you. So they optioned the side swing tailgate on this one.
This is sweet. I did see this on social media.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, here, I'll close that one to help you. Look at that. That is so cool.
Yeah, so kind of, you know, our claim to fame is we're the only bed on the market that retains the factory floor height with the camper and topper beds, which is just, you know, makes it easy to get in and out. Usually flatbeds up here. So with the customer's lone peak and his power system, he's still getting this thing fully set up. But I mean, you pop the top on this and I mean, another livable rig that can go pretty much anywhere. So
yeah, this is beautiful. I love it, man. I love that big barn door. Is that what you call it? Or
barn door, side swing. A lot of customers, I'm sure this customer will as well. You can mount tables, you know, like GP factor stuff, drop down, cook surface, all that. Yeah,
for sure. And the Victron, of course, all the Victron components, 300 amp hours, lithium, that'll be plenty.
Yeah.
What a cool rig.
Yeah,
awesome. Looks just beautiful. I like that kind of green brown, whatever color that is.
Yeah, you don't see that color too much.
Yeah, with the polished raw kind of aluminum wheels.
Yeah.
Wow, Lone Peak too. Got all sorts of cool little storage things. Even got their own water tank.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Neat, man. Well, thanks so much for showing us around the booth, Brent.
Thanks, Phil. Good to see you as always, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's been awesome having the Bowen Customs zero torsion flatbed on the Mobzilla. It's mobbing, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna head there next. I want to see the updates you've done since last time. So
sweet. Yeah, I should probably get back to the booth and go check in with everyone too. Maybe make some breakfast. I'm getting hungry. But anyways, we'll wrap this one up. And yeah, you guys comment what you think. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We got a ton of rig walkthroughs from Expo, and yeah, I mean, clearly Bowen and Brent are down to mob, so
you know it.
The only question is, are you down to mob?